Now that you've been introduced to what acids and bases are, as well as the essentials of how the pH system tells us how acidic or basic a substance is, it's time to look at the naming system that is used specifically for acids. And in part 1 of acid naming, we're going to look at the system that is used for binary acids specifically. Now, if you don't remember what a binary acid is, we can look at the name binary, specifically the prefix bi, and that references the number 2, which probably tells us the number of elements within a binary acid, that being 2. And we can recognize HCl as a binary acid because the first element is hydrogen, which every acid requires, because once we drop this acid in water, the hydrogen is going to be removed by water becoming NH+. Now, the second element in a binary acid is going to be some sort of nonmetal, and usually, as the example in this video shows, this is going to be some sort of halogen, although as you'll see in the practice problems, this is not always the case. Now, right here, just looking at the structure and elemental composition of our binary acid tells us basically how to name the acid itself. So the first thing that we do is we start by naming the nonmetal within the binary acid, and of course Cl goes by the name chlorine, so we will start with chlorine as the root of our binary acid. Now, to recognize that this is a binary acid and the only other element is hydrogen here, we're going to add the prefix hydro in front of the name of the nonmetal. So right now we have hydrochlorine, which more or less tells us what the two elements of our acid are. However, just like with naming ionic and covalent compounds, we need to remove the suffix in order to recognize that chlorine is part of a larger compound. So in this case, we're going to remove the suffix ine, although remember, depending on what your nonmetal is, the suffix may not be ine. So stick to the same rules that are used when naming ionic and covalent compounds. However, since we're naming an acid, which is a different type of compound, the suffix that we replace the ine with is a little bit different, and that suffix is IC, so this would be pronounced hydrochloric, and then to recognize that this is an acid, we give it the name hydrochloric acid. Now, if we want to quickly try another example here, we can try HF. So if we follow the first step, name the nonmetal in this case is fluorine. Now, of course, we see that hydrogen is the only other element here because this is a binary acid, so we add the prefix hydro to name the fact that hydrogen is the only other nonmetal. And finally, to recognize that this is an acid, meaning that if we dissolve it in water, it loses its hydrogen being removed by water, and so we remove the suffix ine and replace it with ic acid like so, giving us hydrofluoric acid. This concludes part 1 of our videos on acid naming. Before you move on to the part 2 in this series, which focuses on naming oxyacids, you can take a look at the practice problems below to make sure that you can quickly both name or write the chemical for all of the following binary acids below.